Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending when and where you're watching this video from. Yeah, I'm actually making this video because of my fan. Few of them reached out to me. They were like, "Why is your content centered on celebration, healing, pain, and survival?" And I know outside a few that reach out, I know few others that couldn't reach out might be wondering same too. So I decided to make this video. I'm going to share a testimony on this platform, but this is not a testimony. But I just want to give a hint on why my content is centered around celebration, pain, survivor, and healing. Yeah, the reason is because mm, I I went through fire and I came out unborn. I don't know if it's the right word, or will I say I went through the valley of shadow of death and God came through for me. Yeah, last year, early last year, January, I was diagnosed of a tumor on my spinal cord. I needed to go for immediate surgery. And to be candid with you, that was the first time in my life to know that someone can actually go for someone alive can actually go for a spine surgery and survive it, because all my life I have carried this notion of if anything happened to your spine is death. So the day the news came to me, it seems that my whole life came crumbling, but today I'm a testimony itself. So that is the more reason why my content is centered around pain. Yeah, it's centered around pain because I've seen pain. I felt pain. I don't know. I can't even, you won't even imagine the pain. Yeah. Then it's centered around celebration because life is worth celebrating. And I'm alive is not a right for me, it's a privilege. Yeah, it's centered around survival. I survived what many could not be able to survive. Yeah, it's centered around healing. Yeah, God came through for me. He healed me. I don't know. I wish the testimony start now, but just hold on. I'm going to be sharing the testimony of how it all started versus how it is right now. Yeah, and my testimony will be encouraging a whole lot of people, regardless of what you're facing, what you're passing through. My testimony will be encouraging you. You will know that irrespective of whatever it is a phase, and God's willing, it will pass and a new chapter of your life will come. So yeah, I'll be sharing that. So you stay glued to my channel. Tell someone to tell someone. You need to hear this. You need to hear about the tumor, the symptoms I had prior to before the surgery, the pain. I can't even explain it right now. Like I said, this is not the story proper. I'm going to tell my story. So the pain, in case why you have to hear about this, in case you have someone around that have such feeling, so the person will not start beating around the bush. The person will know what to do, because for me, I beat around the bush for a very long time before they could be able to figure out what was wrong with me. I was in and out of the hospital for more than a year. Yeah, up to now, well, the test result could not detect what was wrong with me. Scans of all kinds could not detect. It was only MRI scan. And before this MRI scan was done, a year is gone by. And then I was referred rather to a specialist that now asked me to go for MRI scan. So what am I saying in essence? A lot of people might be going through what I'm going through, might not know what to do. So my story will give you a guideline on what to do in case you have someone that have a feeling that looks alike with what I felt in the past. So stay glued. Tell someone to tell someone to tell someone. And in case you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe so that whenever the story drop, you get a notification. So stay tuned.